All right, so looking at what we have here, once we've put everything back together, I want you to resist the temptation to divide the 8 and the 8. You cannot do that unless you do it over everything. So we can break this into 8 over 8. Well, I'll show you what's equivalent and then what we're actually going to do. But we could break this. This is legal if you wanted to do this. And then we can reduce, because there's, this is multiplication, so we can divide over multiplication. We cannot divide over addition and subtraction unless we made it into a multiplication problem. So you could think of this as being 8 over 8, which is 1, plus or minus the 4 and the 4, we get a 1 and a 2, square root of 3 over 2. Now, to be consistent with what the book does, I think that they ended up making it one big fraction and just leaving it as that. So if we put this back in fraction form, getting a common denominator, we would get 2 plus or minus square root of 3 all over 2 as a final answer, which I think is consistent with what the example had done. We could have done that a little bit earlier. You notice these two terms have 4 in common, so we could have pulled the 4 out, giving us, so 4 times what gives you 8? That'd be 2. 4 times what gives you 4 square root of 3? Well, that would be plus or minus square root of 3 over 8. So seeing those all together, notice that is equivalent. You could multiply that out and get the same thing numerator-wise as you had on the left. The reason I did that is because we cannot divide over addition and subtraction, but I can over multiplication. So notice that that is 4 times those two terms. Now I can do division. Now it's legal. And just be 1 there, giving us our final answer that is equivalent to what we saw down here, which was 2 plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. All right, I hope that was helpful to you.